This is Pilates, and this is my bedtime Pilates routine. Join me today for a quick workout right before bed to help relieve any tension or stress and promote relaxation throughout the whole body to get you ready for bed. You don't need any equipment or workout gear, just a place to lay down. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with some roll downs. I'm going to inhale, bring my arms overhead, and exhale, do a head nod and roll all the way down. You can see I've got my Pilates partner here. Inhale, stay at the bottom, and exhale, slowly roll up. We've got 2 more times. Inhale up, and exhale, slowly roll down. Once you're down, stay down. Take another big inhale, and then exhale, slowly roll up. Here's our last time. Inhale up, and then exhale, slowly roll down. Breathe into that rib cage on that inhale, and then exhale, slowly stack your spine all the way up to the top. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and find that seated position next. This is gonna be the spine stretch forward. So I'm extending my legs long in front of me. They can have that slight bend. What you're looking for is that vertical pelvis. So we're gonna reach our arms out in front with the hands stacked on top. My spine is neutral. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, flex forward, reaching that forward. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, stack that back up. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, reach that forward. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, back up. Here's your last 2. Here's our last one. You want to feel like the spine is flexing forward and not just folding forward. You're going to hold it there, and then once again, stacking that spine. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and do the spine twist. I need to make an adjustment here. Make sure I'm not getting my partner. My partner has hair all over my face now. Okay, so for the spine twist, you can find whatever position is comfortable for you. I'm going to go ahead and cross my legs. My arms are going to be out to a T. Inhale, prepare, and then exhale. You're going to pulse to the same side 3 times, come back center, and then exhale 3 times, pulsing to the other side. Inhale, center. Last time each side. Perfect, and come center. Let's go ahead and lay down. All right, now this would be 1 leg circle. I'm gonna extend my left leg out long. I'm gonna bring my right leg to tabletop and slightly extend that toward the ceiling. I don't quite have the flexibility or stability to have it all the way straight, so I'm gonna stay with what's comfortable. Inhale, bring your leg towards your midline, and then exhale, you're bringing it outward. You're going to do that 3 times in one direction, drawing a big circle with your knee or foot. And then once you've hit 3, you're going to go ahead and reverse that. I'm making sure that my pelvis is level by placing my hands on my pelvis to make sure it's not rocking side to side. And here's my last one. I'm going to go ahead and set that down. Bringing my left leg up into that tabletop or kind of pointed toward the ceiling position, and starting breathing in toward that midline. Exhale, bring it outward. Here's my last one. I'm going to reverse that. Perfect. Set that down. Next, we're going to do the double leg stretch, which is just a little bit of core work, but I do find that it helps me relax just to get that extra energy out. Exhale to lift up my head, give myself that slight head nod. Inhale to reach my legs and arms, and then I'm going to scoop that around. Inhale to reach, exhale, scoop. We only have 3 more. Inhale to reach, exhale, scoop. Here's your last 2. And here's that last one. For this next one, I'm going to do the scissors. So I'm going to drop one leg to that floor. The other one is going to stay in my hand. giving myself a pulse, inhale, switch. I'm going to take this nice and slow to really focus on the stretch part of this, really get in the back of my legs here. Good. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. Here's your last two. And here's that last one. We can take that and just hold that for a second. Really feeling that in the back of the leg. Then I'm going to switch that. You can do this with your head down, or you can be curled up, whatever you prefer today. Perfect. I'm going to let that go all the way down. Next, we're going to do some bridging. Yes, this will work your glutes, but it's really stretching the front of your hip flexors here. Inhale to lower down, and then exhale to lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. We're just hinging in one long line instead of articulation today. You can press your hands into that mat for extra stability, or you can bring them above, whatever is feeling comfortable. Here's your last three. And here's your last two. And here's that last one. Let's hold at the top. Really stretch that out. Take a couple breaths. Relax the neck and shoulders. And then go ahead and lower down. Perfect. For this next one, let's go ahead and roll onto our tummy. I'm going to do the breaststroke prep. So I'm going to explain it while looking toward the camera so you can hear me. I'm going to have my fingertips align with my nose when my head is at a hover. And then my elbows are tucked in. They're not all the way wide. They're not all the way squeezed in. It's about the mat width apart. Same with my legs. My glutes are on, my legs are active. My head starts at a hover. I inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift, pressing into my hands just a little bit, mostly using my core. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, slowly back down. Inhale here, exhale, press and lift. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, back down. We have three more here. Oh, I got my partner coming in hot. Then here's my last one. And then before we move on, go ahead and use your hands. Press yourself back into a shell stretch, rounding your back. Rounding your back to stretch your muscles. Good. Okay, now let's continue here. So I'm going to go back onto my tummy. Once again, my legs are about hip width apart here, and then my heels are together, my toes are apart. I'm laying down, my head is on my hands. You're going to exhale, lift and squeeze your heels together. Inhale, lower that back down. Make sure you're using the glutes to do this, and you're not arching your back. As you lift, you want to feel like your legs are laterally rotating while you lift and squeeze. Here's your last three. Keep that core engaged. And here's that last one. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and change this. I'm going to change angles just a little bit here. So now we're going to do the single leg extension. Typically, you have that same position, but I am impaired a little bit right now, so pretend that my head is on my hands. Once again, same position with the legs. This time it's a single leg extension. So I'm simply going to exhale, lift one leg, and inhale, lower that back down. Exhale, lift the other leg, and inhale that back down. Make sure your core stays engaged here. You're relaxed through the neck and shoulders. You're using those glutes to start this motion, and you control it on the way down. Let's do 2 more each side. And here's that last one. Perfect. We only have one more move here. So this is gonna be the side bend prep. I'm gonna come to a side sitting position where my bottom leg is fully in contact with the mat. I bring my top leg over that front foot. My hands, if you can see, is aligned with my hips right here. I'm gonna keep this bottom knee connected to the mat the whole time. My top arm starts up here with my palm facing toward the ceiling. I inhale, prepare, and I exhale, lift, reach, and inhale, come down. Let's do 2 more. As I lift and reach, I'm sending my pelvis and hips forward. I still want to feel like I'm in a long line, but I do want to have a little bit of arch happening here because this is for lateral flexion. And then let's come down. Let's take it to the other side. Finding that same position. Make sure no tails are in the way. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Still think about that core. Think about that rib cage. When you come out for this last time, make sure that rib cage stays connected and you don't completely let that drop away. I don't want you to go in an extension. I want you to keep that connected like you're in a toaster. You can't go forward and you can't go back. And lower down. And I like to finish off by just reaching from side to side, using my breath. We have 1 more on each side. And you are all done. Congratulations, you have finished your bedtime Pilates routine. Let me know in the comments of what your favorite move is, or if you're ready for another bedtime routine. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.